You're watching Daytime Tea Time with Candace. It's time to pour this tea, stir this tea, and sip this tea. Let's get right into it. Alright everybody, welcome to Daytime Tea Time. If you're new to my channel, my name is Candace. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you will always know when I upload. Okay, so a topic that I want to discuss is the importance of our mental health. Properly communicating, sharing your feelings, and going to therapy. Now, this is a topic that a lot of people just don't want to talk about, but we about to talk about it. A lot of times, honestly, our mental health and going to therapy is looked down upon. Kind of like an embarrassing topic. Sometimes people are embarrassed to share their feelings. Sometimes they don't know how to share their feelings, but everybody has feelings. Everybody's going through something, and the best way to get through it is to talk about it. Let it out. Now, with this topic, I was inspired by Jeannie Mai from The Real. Shout out to Jeannie Mai. Shout out to the ladies of The Real. All of my day one subscribers know that I've been a huge fan of The Real since day one. Since episode 1, I've been loving those girls. But anyway, if you are a fan of Jeannie Mai's, you know that she has been very open about her life. On her new YouTube channel, Hello Honey.
Hello, honey! It's your girl, Jeannie Mai.
She opened up along with her mother about the fact that she was molested when she was a child by a family member. That episode helped a lot of mother-daughter relationships. So that was a very deep topic for her to share with all of us. Her relationship with her ex-husband, Freddy, was also open to the public. Allegedly, Freddy was unfaithful during the marriage. Very, very shortly after the divorce was announced, Freddy did announce that he was having a baby with his girlfriend, Linsey Toole. And simple mathematics and pictures will show you that it seems that Freddy cheated on Jeannie. I've done videos on this topic, I'll link it below. But anyways, all of the experiences that Jeannie has gone through, she's opening up about therapy and things that she learned from therapy. Earlier today, Jeannie Mai made a post on Instagram that I really connected with. She talked about mental health and her experience with therapy and the importance of therapy. She mentions that she learned that broken trust and disregard are things that trigger her mentally and emotionally. This is what she posted.
For any person out there in general, though, who isn't open to therapy,
right,
that concerns me only because therapy doesn't necessarily mean that they have to weigh in and you have to make a decision based on whatever
they're telling you what to do.
Therapy is for people in general to learn the art of communication and to open up and to be able to speak whatever's going on in here. Because whatever's going on in here, if you let it fester in here, it could funk, it could rot, and it could come out in different ways in your actions that you didn't intend. And so I just think therapy is smart for people. For anything, it's to listen to each other speak and to voice your opinion so that you clear the air for yourself and you get healthy inside.
Jeannie Mai wrote saying, "Too many of us carry burdens that are not meant for us to handle alone. Some we're aware of and ignore, some reveal themselves when triggered, leaving us feeling more weighted with shame and depression. I've been there. Broken trust and disregard trigger me still, especially when I put so much work into a relationship. But I learned to listen to myself, to help me being heard, therapy, asking for help, and that my perspective is power. Perspective over your past, perspective over your trauma, perspective over your purpose. Instead of looking at your pain as a daily struggle, look at each morning you wake up as an invitation to discover you. Cause listen to your elder here, 40 folks. You glow when you grow. And I finally got it now. This is for my loved ones struggling today. Get help, be heard, your pain is power." Okay, so shout out to Jeannie Mai for being so honest and open, continuing and promoting the conversation about therapy. A lot more celebrities are coming out talking about it, and I'm here for it. There are a lot of people all over the world struggling mentally, emotionally, when a lot of the battles that they're fighting can be solved by opening their mouths and sharing their feelings. Sometimes there's so much internal hurt that you have, and you don't even realize it until you open your mouth and talk to somebody about it. Just like Jeannie opening up and saying broken trust and disregard are her triggers. And I don't blame her. I mean, she was married to a man for so many years. They both agreed and understood that each other did not want to have kids. And one of the main things that led to them ending their relationship was that Freddy decided, you know, I think I do want to have kids.
My husband and I have been married for 7 years, and when we got married at first, we didn't want kids. We talked about it, we were like, you know what, we have a nice life, it's fine, there's a lot of kids around us. 7 years later now, I see it in him. I see when children are around, I can feel it inside me of what people say that it just hits you. I don't feel it, but I see it in him. Oh no. And it really does suck.
So do you think that your ex-husband wanting children, was that a major decision in you wanting to get a divorce?
That was definitely one of the big main factors, because when we were dating, I was always very vocal, because I'll never lead a man on when I know that I didn't want to have children. So I was always honest about that. And I think we were both so young, it was like 14 years ago. I think he also thought, you know what, we're so in love, I don't want that either. And to be honest, he could have been happy not having children with me. But when you physically see how a man is with a child, and if the man really desires to be a father, and you know that you are that block between that happening, you just don't feel right about yourself every single day.
Jeannie still didn't want to have kids, but her husband does. Even though when they got married, they both agreed they did not want children. That is a huge deal. So they had an understanding about what they wanted, but the husband, Freddy, changed his mind. And that does not mean that Jeannie Mai has to change her mind too. So I'm sure that alone hurt her. And then a couple months after they announced the divorce, Freddy announces that he's having a baby with another woman. Another woman who was seen on vacation with them earlier that year. So it would seem that they had something going on before the divorce happened. Look at her, y'all, sitting at the table with Freddy, with Jeannie, with the rest of their friends on this weekend getaway, 1 month before the daytime Emmys, and 7 months before Jeannie announced that she and Freddy were getting a divorce. Linsey Toole was Freddy's friend behind the scenes. Like I said, I don't know for sure, but simple mathematics in my last video that I did shows that the timelines are crossed, and it seemed like he cheated. Fast forward to now, Freddy has given Linsey a ring, they have one beautiful baby girl, and she is pregnant with a second child.
Turn around where I can see it. Do you know what it is?
I love it.
If you pop it, it's going to tell you what we're having. Hold on, let me go the other way. Hey!
So yeah, I don't know for sure, but I believe that when Jeannie Mai talked about broken trust, her trust was broken with her last relationship. Because she said, broken trust and disregard trigger me, especially when I put in so much work into a relationship. Now, Jeannie has admitted on The Real that she is very happy that Freddy is happy, but it was the things that happened during the process of the divorce that really, really hurt her.
I think there's something to be said about why people should build friendships before they decide to be in love.
Yeah.
What is the foundation of your love? And did you ever really love that person if you don't want them to be happy?
Yes.
Whether it's with you or not with you.
Yep.
And no matter what, when you were with that person, you knew them so well that you knew what type of life they should have or that they would want. And even today, like when I look at my ex, I'm like, I'm so happy that he's a father and that he's found love. Like those things are so amazing to me.
He found his man. Yeah.
And it sucks to me that just the divorce is what made it tacky and sticky and ugly.
Yeah.
Something man-made, something that people get involved, money gets involved in, all that. So to me, like I have so much love in my heart for love in general that I can still say like I wish you the best. I want everything to be so bomb for you. I want you to live that life that I couldn't provide.
Now, although Jeannie Mai is mature enough to be happy for Freddy, it doesn't take the pain away for how it all happened. Now let's be clear, I don't think she's only talking about Freddy. That's just the longest and main relationship that we all got to see. So that's just my opinion. When she said relationships, that could be her friend, that could be her mom, her dad. A lot of things that she's gone through, she's learning from it. One of the best things in her post that she talked about that I loved was the part about perspective. How you see a situation plays heavily on your mental state. You can look back on your past and say, oh my God, that crushed me. I'm never gonna love again. That's the negative perspective. And you don't have to have that perspective. So when Jeannie says that her perspective is her power, she's basically saying that she has the power to control how she feels. She can sit around and cry about the fact that she was allegedly cheated on and he moved on and had kids when they agreed not to have kids, or whatever other situations in her life. She can sit around and be sad about that, or she can have a positive perspective on it and learn from it and grow from it. And she is saying that she is growing from it, which means the therapy that she's going through is working. So just working through the pain of your past is definitely necessary, and it's great that Jeannie Mai is doing that. And not only is she doing it, she's sharing it with us. Seriously, one person's testimony, it unlocks healing in the lives of other people. Keeping your feelings all bottled up inside, that's not good for you. So you might as well let it out, share it with the world, and help somebody else dealing with the same situation. There's always gonna be people talking and being negative, so being strong enough to share your experiences, I definitely commend that. So shout out to Jeannie Mai. So any of you going through something, make sure you get in some therapy. And if you can't afford therapy or your insurance doesn't cover it, talk to your mom, talk to your friends, talk to somebody, because there is power in communicating your feelings. But all right, y'all, I'm done with this, and I want to know what y'all think. What do you guys think about Jeannie Mai shining a light on the importance of therapy? Let me know what you think. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'm going to catch you in the next one, all right? Bye.